Happy New Year, Ax.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you had a good one. Seeds is going to be our first point of discussion. I think we've had some movements in the seeds. Should we start with pumpkin?
Yep. I think in the last report in December saying that there was a great demand for near side shipments of pumpkin seeds following a sort of shock crop in GWS. So we're expecting all of that to arrive in Europe nowish, really. So that's going to bring a bit of stability for sort of spot business. I think we'll see prices relatively stable. They're actually 3% higher now than they were in December anyway because of currency alone.
Right.
But I think people will find a greater availability on the spot of pumpkin compared to December. And advise booking maybe 2 or 3 months cover and then visiting it again after Chinese New Year.
I guess after the New Year, we'll have some information about what people are planting.
Yeah.
And the old ding-dong battle between Shanskin and Granulate Shell.
Yeah. But I would say that the GWS crop is genuinely short and there is quality issues to take into account. High moisture seed, old seeds that have high FFAs and high micro seed as well.
Okay, and presumably blending and all this kind of stuff.
Blending and poorly cleaned and
Right, okay. On the other hand, there's a lot more sesame around than there was, is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think this time last year sesame was about $1,000 a tonne more expensive than you can currently buy it at.
Right.
And again, that's because the crop is so much better than it was last year. Actually, sesame was a little bit high in December because of domestic demand in India.
Okay, the winter festivals,
and a bit of business going to Europe.
Okay.
But yes, it seems to have stabilised again now, and I think it's quite a good time to buy.
So anybody who's using sesame as an ingredient will find a substantial cost saving to last year now, and maybe that's one for people to book on a long-term basis.
I mean, it's a volatile seed all the time. It fluctuates with response to Korean tenders. I think this is a
good time to lock in. Yeah, a good time to lock in. Anything else in seeds?
No, I mean sunflower is going up as we said it would in December. Poppy is relatively flat, and linseed is as stable as it always is, really. Yeah, because it grows so prevalently everywhere.
Okay, so that's it for the seeds. Another bakery item, I guess, is Sultanas, which has seen a bit of action, isn't it?
Yeah, when I came back from holidays, I was quite surprised to see that the prices maybe jumped up by $100 odd.
Okay.
The lira price for the raw material last in December time was around about 2 lira 70 a kilo. Okay. And now it's over 3.
Okay. But three seems to be like a sort of benchmark number.
Yeah, 2.5 to 3 is a sort of level.
Yeah.
It's gone up, but there's not been any. You can look at the Bourse reports, and since the new year, there's not been anything traded. So shippers are saying that this is because farmers are holding back stocks.
Okay.
But the skeptic in me feels that maybe it's because there's no demand to buy anything. That
prices in a vacuum are always more up and down, and they may be not realistic.
There is no daily level to set it at. It's just, somebody sold a small amount at over 3 lira, so that's the base mark level. So I think if business actually starts to pick up again, we might see who's really keen to sell and who isn't.
I guess we might be coming up to the blossom times for the grapevines, is that right?
Not yet, but the weather is cold, which is good because it keeps the vines
to keep them coming out. Yeah.
So, but it's too early really to give any estimates on you.
Okay, but that will be the next bout of shouting the price up or down. Okay, and finally, Goji. Where are we with that? We had shortages, we had price hikes, and any sign of relaxation now?
Like the GWS pumpkin, it was a bit of a shock that the new crop has gone up so much. Combination of speculation and increased demand to places like Brazil, but it has settled. It hasn't gone down, but it's settled because Europe is starting to get the new crop arrivals, and importers are starting to build up some stocks. So we don't expect to see it come down at all. It's going to be steady, and I feel that as supply starts to dwindle further, see the price rise.
So cheaper than it has been, but stable and not really weak in that sense. Right. Well, the Goji is one of the New Year festival items in China. And I've been talking to a few people in China because both pine nut market and Goji market has been speculated. Trying to get an idea of whether there's going to be enough demand in the New Year festival to kind of keep these speculations going, or whether they're going to fall over like a surfed wave. And every indication every conversation I've had so far anyway suggests that the New Year festival is not going to be such a big spending thing at all. Last year was disappointing, and people feel that this year will be worse than last year. So we may see some speculations falling over post the festival.
Maybe on pumpkin, but not on goji berries, because the price has risen. Not just because of domestic demands and domestic speculation, but because new origins are buying in
genuine new
it's
demand.
A genuine supply squeeze.
Okay, well, thanks very much. Thanks.